Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss the invisible part of the spectrum, that is the part of the spectrum that is not visible to us, and it extends beyond the red end and the violet end of the visible spectrum. So, invisible spectrum, it is a spectrum which cannot excite the retina of human eye, hence not visible to us. This part of the spectrum, complete electromagnetic spectrum, contains different type of radiations which extends from gamma rays to X rays, UV radiations, visible light, infrared radiation, microwaves, TV and radio waves. So these are the different parts of the invisible spectrum. We will primarily be discussing about infrared and the UV radiation. So we start with the infrared radiation. They are also known by the name thermal radiations. Reason? Because they carry the heat energy. These radiations carry the heat energy from one place to the another. So all the heat energy that we are receiving from the sun, which is traveling from the sun towards us by passing through the vacuum of the space, is because they are traveling in the form of electromagnetic radiations, which are infrared radiations, and hence they are able to reach towards us. So any body which emits the heat radiation or the thermal radiation is actually emitting the infrared radiations, and these infrared radiations, which are not visible to us but they can produce the heating effect onto the body in which they are absorbed. So these infrared radiations, they are responsible for causing the heating effects in whatever body they are exposed to. How we can detect these radiations? These radiations can be detected with any device which is able to detect the presence of the heat or the thermal radiations. For example, thermometer, thermopile. These radiations can be detected with the help of a thermometer or the thermopile. Okay. If we have a spectrum, visible part of the spectrum, we have the visible part of the spectrum. So if you place different thermometers in each colored region, that is the visible part of the spectrum extending from violet to the red end. That means 7 thermometers are placed from violet color to the indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, and some thermometers are present in the region after the red end where no visible light is present. We will observe that the thermometers which are present from violet to the red end, they will show a minute changes in the temperature. But the thermometers which will be present beyond the red end, thermometer number T8, and after that they will show a very large rise in the temperature, which indicates the presence of the heat energy or the thermal radiations after the visible red end of the visible red color of the visible region. This simple experiment help us to conclude that the white light coming from the sun or the radiations coming from the sun do not carry only the visible light, but they also have some invisible components present beyond the red end, and those invisible components which are present beyond the red end, they are responsible for carrying the heat energy. That's why the thermometers after the red end, they are showing a significant rise in the temperature. So these radiations can be detected quite easily with the help of any device which is able to detect the thermal radiations. So just like we can produce the spectrum for the visible light, we can also produce the spectrum for the infrared radiation also. Glass is not suitable. Glass is not suitable for spectrum of the infrared radiations. Reason, infrared radiations, they have their wavelength ranging from 8000 angstrom to 1 millimeter, that is 10 raised to power minus 3 meter. Glass has the problem that glass allows only infrared radiations up to 20,000 angstrom to pass through it, while rest of the radiations are absorbed by the glass. So because of this problem, glass is not suitable for producing the spectrum of the infrared radiation. Instead, what we use, rock salt prism is used for the production of spectrum of the infrared radiations. Source, any object which is at high temperature than its surroundings is source of infrared radiations. All the living entities are also source of the infrared radiations. Properties. What are the different properties of infrared radiations? First property, they do not need material medium for propagation. So sound needs a material medium because it is a mechanical wave, but electromagnetic radiations, they do not need any material medium for traveling. They can travel through the vacuum. Second, because they are electromagnetic waves, they travel with speed 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second in vacuum. Only in vacuum they have speed 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. When they will go into some material medium, just like visible light, they will also suffer refraction, so their speed will slow down. Third, they obey laws of reflection and refraction. So just like ordinary light can be reflected and refracted, infrared radiations, they also suffer the same type of reflection and refraction. They can be detected with the help of thermometer or thermopile. That is, they are detected because of their heating effect they cause in the bodies onto which they are incident. Next, they do not affect photographic plate. Ordinary photographic plate, which is used for taking the photographs, it is not affected by the infrared light. Sixth, they are least scattered by the fog, mist, because of the long wavelength. Because they are least scattered, because of this, these radiations are used for for weather forecasting during the foggy season or in the rainy season. Last, absorption in high amount causes skin burns. So when these radiations are incident on a body in high amount, they cause the skin burns. So these radiations have these properties. What are the uses of infrared radiations? First, because they are causing the heating effect, so they are used for the therapeutic purposes, for treatments from swollen joints, muscles, etc. They are used for the therapeutic purposes, for the treatment or relief to the swollen joints or the muscle pulling. Second, because they are least scattered, because these radiations suffer least scattering due to longer wavelength, they are used for taking infrared photographs, which are used for weather forecasting during when cloudy season is there or when fog is there. These radiations are used in the night vision devices, used in the night vision devices. So all the devices which help us to observe the things during the night time, they actually detect these radiations, infrared radiations, with the help of which we are able to see. They are used in the guiding system of missiles in order to track and destroy the enemy planes. So whenever any enemy missile or enemy aeroplane is moving through the sky, its engine is leaving behind the trail of invisible infrared radiations. So the destroyer missile has a guiding system present right in front of its nose, which actually detects the presence of the trail of the heat radiation. It just follows the trail of those heat radiation, and it is able to destroy any enemy aeroplane or the missile moving in the sky. Next, they are also used to detect the diseases present in the crops. They are also used for detection of diseases in the crops. Because when a crop is having a good health, then uh, the plants with the good health, they emit in least amount the infrared radiations. But if a crop is having some kind of disease, and then the amount of heat radiations emitted by that is very huge in quantity. So satellites can be used for detection of these infrared radiations present above the crops, and any changes in the heat radiations present above the plants, it can be used to detect the presence of any diseases. So these are the few uses, detection and the properties of the infrared radiations. Thank you.